Welcome back to Personal Hi-Fi Audio. If you have been anywhere near the budget IEM conversation over the last couple of years, you've probably heard the name Delci thrown around. And today, we are looking at its glow-up, the Kefine Delci AE. A bit of background: the original Kefine Delci came out in early 2024 and quietly became one of the most talked about budget single dynamic driver IEM in the community. Warm, musical, and just really easy to like. Roughly 4 months later, Angel Ears, a brand that's built its name collaborating with different IEM makers to fine-tune and elevate existing sets, saw the potential in the Delci and partnered with Kefine to create this AE edition. Not a reinvention, it's more of a refinement. Better cable, new tuning nozzles, and a fresh shell, while keeping the same musical DNA at its core. Let's talk build. The shell is CNC machined, aviation grade aluminum alloy, and at just 5.3 grams per side, it's genuinely one of the lightest metal shell IEMs you will find at this price. That translates directly into comfort. This is an all-day wear IEM, and isolation is above average too, so it holds up well whether you are commuting or gaming. At the heart of it is a 10mm dual cavity dynamic driver with a DLC and PU composite diaphragm. The DLC layer is what gives you that high definition treble energy, while the PU torus handles elasticity and bass impact. Together, they're built for a sound that's powerful in the bass without losing clarity up top. Now here's the headline feature. Angel Ears gave this a set of interchangeable tuning nozzles, silver and gold, and they thread on and off easily. And I want to call this out clearly before we get into the sound breakdown. The bass does not change between the two nozzles at all. What changes is the mids and the treble. Silver is the safer tuning, leaning into a W-shaped signature that's smooth, warm, and genuinely fatigue-free for long listening sessions. Gold pushes things brighter and more energetic, leaning into V-shaped territory with more treble presence. I did the bulk of my testing on silver, so that's what most of this review reflects. The cable is a high purity silver plated copper core, available in 3.5mm or 4.4mm terminations. I'm running the 4.4mm version, and it's got the perfect thickness for portable use, soft, no memory, and zero microphones to worry about. No inline mic or controls, so keep that in mind if that matters to you. Unboxing is fairly minimal presentation wise, but the accessory count is solid. 6 pairs of ear tips across 2 colorways, a leather carrying case, an extra pair of nozzles, user manual, and quality certificate. Nothing flashy, but everything you actually need is in the box. Now the sound. Bass is punchy and controlled with a good sub-bass extension and satisfying rumble. The emphasis really sits more on the mid-bass than sub-bass. Kick drums and bass guitars have real impact and room to breathe, and despite how prominent the bass is, it never bleeds into the mids. This isn't tuned for bass heads specifically, but if you enjoy a confident low end, you'll be very satisfied here, especially at this price. The mid-range is clear and neutral in tonal balance. Both male and female vocals come through naturally, nothing recessed, nothing shouty. Treble is energetic with good clarity, particularly in the upper region. There's the right amount of sparkle and air without tipping into harshness. Sibilance is well controlled, though you will catch the occasional peak here and there. Largely, it stays clean. Soundstage is above average for the price. Good width and height, instruments aren't cramped, and it builds a genuinely holographic scene. Imaging is precise. You can place instruments accurately, which honestly makes this a strong pick for FPS gaming too. And layering and detailed ritual are exceptional for what you're paying. So, who is this for? In a price bracket where everyone's racing towards hybrid and tribrid setups, the Delci AE is proof that one well-tuned single dynamic driver is still more than enough. It's not the most technical set at this price. There are sets that'll out-resolve it, but it's fun, easy to live with, and genuinely versatile, whether that's music, movies, YouTube on your mobile, or gaming. At under $100, this is a complete package and one of the easiest recommendations I can make in this range. That's the Kefine Delci AE. Let me know in comments, silver or gold, which tuning are you picking? Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe, it genuinely helps the channel. Catch you in the next one.